Good morning, Academy 55. David Corn here. On Thursday, the 27th of February 2025, it's 5 to 8 in the morning, looking at the EUR/USD on the 1 minute time frame, predominantly with the Academy 55 indicators and strategy. Well, we're coming up to a very interesting place, as you can see on the 5 minute time frame. We're effectively looking for the next sell because we are coming into the sell zone. Price could be coming up here to touch this support and resistance line that we drew up yet earlier on in the week. Let's go quickly have a look at the bigger picture. On the daily time frame, we can see that we're indeed below this trend line. Price did take a wander lower during today. Sellers wanted to be in charge, but they got pushed upwards again by the buyers. Let's have a look at the 4 hourly. Indeed, there we can see the buyers are wanting to hit back now for this term anyway. And we've already drawn support and resistance lines in plenty, I suggest. Let's go down to the hourly. And see if we can get a hint of any new lines that might come up. This line here is most relevant. Just here. One touch there, touch there, touch there. And this is where we are at the moment. So it's quite an area. Let's go down to the 5 minute. Right, we've sort of touched that zone we just drew up for ourselves. So let's quickly go on the next. Oh, something there. Oh. Right, we want to be making sure you've got your purple risk to reward in, your lot calc is in purple, you've got your all important 1%. We are effectively looking for the next sell, even though dominantly price does want to buy at the moment. We'll be looking for a short retracement trade, maybe to this purple line here, if one does present itself, or is it going to continue higher? Because we're not quite in the sell zone yet. Let's just mark these off quickly. Oh, hang on. Don't want to miss anything. Yeah, we can't go doing that just yet because it's important that we because 8 o'clock candle could be a bit bigger than volume could be kicking in at 8 o'clock. Sell briefly came on, but I will be governed by the trend line here. Everything's green at the minute, so but things could change because we're on the minute time frame. Things can change very quite quickly. But I will be governed by this trend line here because I'm convinced that really this would be to be viewed as a retracement trade at the minute. The bigger picture, I think, will they want to be going higher? So indeed, an 8 o'clock candle, bit of indecision on an 8 o'clock candle at the minute. Wicks above, wicks below. This area down here is obviously quite an important area. All that going sideways movement. This is where I'd want my stop loss, but I will be prepared to wait till price goes below purple line here, making sure the trend's in green. The wave has started to turn red. Get that a bit lower there, where the green wave turns to the red wave. That's where the stop losses be. But the trend line's still green, as you can see. The volume ribbons just started to turn red. And from a perspective that we know price likes to bounce and break off this purple line, I want to be making sure that the price does indeed go below the purple line. Obviously, that will increase my stop loss to my entry, but I'm trading that for confirmation, a little bit more confirmation. And all the time, the bigger picture, I do believe they want to go higher. So this would be a retracement trade. But I've got to give it a fair amount of stop loss to pip ratio. Sorry, stop loss to entry ratio. But I'll let my stop loss go floating a minute so it doesn't all bunch up. Take the L off there so I don't need to lock it in. Quickly have a look at the 5 minute. See, there's no real imbalances down here. That one could be a little bit of imbalance there, but so tight it's difficult. The green line is going horizontal. That could turn red at any moment. But again, I still think I want my price to go below that purple line to give me a little bit more confidence and confluence to be able to go for a deeper sell. So I'll lock my stop losses again, but we could see this bunching up like we did down here and down here. Is it bunching up down here to shoot on back up again? Maybe so, but at the end of the day, if it does lose, it's a 1% loss. Not a big deal in the scheme of things. There's alerts on other currencies. Something I'm checking out. Right, so we're only 2.2 pips away at the moment. Oh, it's coming up again. So if we get down there, we'll be like 3 or 4 pips away, and I'll be feel a lot happier to get into the trade if price ends up down this area here, breaking away from the purple line. I'll even mark it up. So if price gets down to here, $72. Yeah, it'll be a 4 pip stop loss. That's if we do get that far. I wouldn't want to get into the trade until price is down on this line here or below this line to give myself a bit of a confirmation, a better confirmation that we are indeed going for a deeper sell. The trend line has turned red now. It's all a bit nervy, isn't it, at the minute? Right, it's come to meet the purple line. Is it going to bounce or break? Don't forget, I want to wait till price gets down to here and then go for the trade, for the sell. We have got imbalances down here. Big indecision candle, that last one. Tell that by the nervous action of price at the moment. Quick look on the 5 minute. Parallel SAR has gone past there, which is nice to see. Maybe a sign of more selling to come on the higher time frame, which is good. But I'm still waiting for that confirmation of price getting down to this level down here, just to have a bit more confluence and confidence. Being patient, not hitting the sell button yet. All the signs are there though. Sell alert, red volume ribbon, red trend. Just after that, my bit of confirmation that we are going to break that purple line there. Then the next point is getting past this area here, really. Is it going to bounce or break? It's the big question. Skipping along that purple line there. touched that line. So it's indeed breaking that purple line now. Just want a little bit more. I'm prepared to go for another pipper. Right, I'm in. I'm in the trade. Can't change my decision now. I've made my decision. Accepting a 1% loss, if indeed that's what happens. We got some very nervy action. And we know, I do still think that the bigger option is for them to carry on up at the moment. That's what I think. But we could have a retracement trade getting down to these levels again. I certainly hope so during this time together. We got imbalance on. Oh, spill that out a bit. Sorry. I'll show you on that. This one here. Right, down to the minute. We can see we didn't even have time to do that really. So indeed, that's what we'll do. Get the oh, what am I doing? Sorry. Short position. Got in down there, didn't I? Indeed, where my stop loss is. I'm 4.4 pips. So that's about right. 2 to 1 is here. What's it look like on the 5-minute? Well, like I said, there are no imbalances down here. And on the 5-minute time frame, as you can see, price came down to meet the wave on the buy. So we couldn't be facing a 1% loss, but it's not a big deal. There are no reasons for price to get down there, you see. Because there's no big imbalances down there. And indeed, we are out of the trade. What I can see is a very nervy action. All these spikes. If the buy was to come up now, I wouldn't be taking it because we are officially in the sell zone area up here. So why would you want to go and take a buy? So unfortunately, yeah, we were taken out of that trade. Back in a minute. Here we are. So I get my copy my link, and go away. And I get my journal. And as you can see, I achieved my 10%. These are the trades I took after the 10%, which makes it to a 14.8% because the others after the 10% were on demo. This is the demo portion of it. because it says there using a demo only. There we go. So that's that loser. I was on the EURUSD 8 to 9. Indeed, the price was, sorry, the date was Thursday. It was a sell. Unfortunately, it lost. Only losing just the 1%. So now that altered the figures, obviously. And now I'm back down to an overall this month of 13.8 and a 63% win rate on all trades. And really, in hindsight, see if you can learn anything from what happened. Well, I was a bit nervy about all this nervous action here. The way the candles are sort of behaving, like, you know, bit of a buy, sell, 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 buy, sell, buy, 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 sell, sell, buy, buy. It's not really a trending market. It's a ranging market. Trying to trade in a ranging market is not good. But this is the time of the day, as I always say, when trends can happen, especially at the start of London. But we got a lot of hurdles for price to get over. You know, it struggled to get over there, and then it's struggled along this line, and then it's kind of struggling there, and so it's nothing's really clear cut. It's like you say, it's all very rangy, not trending that much. But this is the time of year, time of the day when if it ever is going to trend, it'll trend now at the start of the London Open. And that was the reason for that. I always knew that was going to be a retracement trade. But as you can see, it unfortunately took us out for 1%, which is no big deal. And now we've got this buy, but we know there's a sell zone in there. So I wouldn't be want to take a sell zone, sorry, a buy, knowing that there's a sell zone there. But like I said, this time of the day, they do tend to trend. So it could very well bloody work. But it won't be working with my money because we are in the sell zone. So paper trade it. This is where we'd be, waiting for price to go up, way up to there. Well, when I say way up to there, it doesn't seem that far into the sell zone. So this could be a trade. I mean, if price gets up to this line here, I'd be definitely looking to put my stop loss to my entry. But I'm happy to sort of paper trade this personally. You only need 1 or 2 trades a day. And we've seen some very nervy action here. This is a bit more of a trending sort of, since past 8 o'clock, these candles seem a little bit more solid and trending the right way. So they are a bit more of a trending sort of, rather than these short and stumpy, nervy actions down here. You can actually see it physically, even though it's only on the minute. You can see the difference in each candle. These are very nervy and rangy, whereas now we've got larger sweeping actions taking place. So a little bit more volume, maybe a little bit more confidence to carry on the buy. And that maybe might happen. But I've been bitten. I'm quite prepared to just watch this one out. My mindset is not feeling I want to jump straight into another trade, especially after seeing, in hindsight, all this action here. I'm quite prepared to see it out, and then, if my lifestyle permits, come back later on today. But I know there's a sell zone up here. I know there's a hurdle, as it were. This area here that's been tested here. Perhaps that should be coming down to there, really, a little bit more. So all those reasons, I'm quite happy to paper trade this and watch. And in hindsight, seeing the movement of price more rangy than trending, I'm quite happy to watch this one out. And come back, like I say, if my lifestyle permits, maybe later on this afternoon, maybe, or maybe even this evening. So what I'll do is I'll open the chat up in case anybody's got any questions. Just put a question in there if you want to, or even say hello. But now I'm quite happy I didn't take that buy. Although I could see it could very well work, but I've been seeing nervy action here, a little bit of a trend in there, but now we've gone back into the same old routine. So I'm quite happy to watch. Anna says, hello. Took me over a word. Hello, Anna. Right. Thank you. Thank you for being on this morning. It says one new message, but I can't see it. Oh, Roger's morning. Morning, Rog. It's a nice sunny day down here in Cornwall. Contemplating taking my dog Wilbur out for a walk later. Yeah, it's very important to have the confidence to know when to get into trades, looking at price action, how nervy it is, all indecision, all stunted. Then all of a sudden it broke into a bit of this bit more of a trending sort of. You can actually physically see it. But now, as you can see, I'm glad I didn't take that trade because we would have lost. Because indeed we did get up to this important line down here, and he respected it and decided, you know what, we're going to range again, probably going in between this area and this area, and you can't really do nothing with that. But it's having the confidence to recognize this. What times do you normally trade the US 100? Well, normally trade the US 100 at after 2:30 when because the New York Stock Exchange kicks in then, and usually you can have sometimes you can have 2 or 3 times more volume than you did before 2:30. So yeah, between 2:30 um and 4 o'clock maybe, and then look at it again between 6 and 8 in the evening. Good question, Raj. Thank you. So I'm not tempted to take that sell either because I've already been bitten once, and seeing all this action doesn't fill me with confidence to want to do anything more with this. We've got loads of support and resistance lines, hurdles where they bounce or break. So I'm not going to go for another sell because I mainly because of all this nonsense here we're seeing. I mean, we could very well have a breakout to the downside, but then I'm good. If we do, that'll be great. But I'd much rather trade it when prices settle down, come down here into the buy zone, and went back up again. I'd much rather try and trade that than try and trade this because the bigger picture, I think, is they do want to consider going higher. Could be wrong, but what I'm seeing now is a very rangy sort of market. So I don't want to be in that. I tried to be in that. I tried to anticipate the break for the downside, but I got bitten. So once bitten, twice shy. That's what they say in it. We only need 1 or 2 trades a day. You wait and see. This one will probably work now. But I'm quite happy to watch because of the fact with my backtesting and my journaling and all that, I most months I do achieve my 10%, 12% target. And by looking at the charts consistently, yes, of course I lose. You see me lose, but consistently I'm winning more and I'm losing, obviously. Um, so I'm quite happy to. So having said that, right, let's go and have a look at yesterday on the US 100. All right, yeah, let's just let's see if we can see 230. So I'm on the US 100. I go back to Indeed 1430. Right, you can see we got a buy zone down there, and we're coming up to well, so we'd be primed Sell alert. The next one's sorry, that's on the 5 minute, isn't it? Sorry. Oh, the same thing though. Sell alert. So the next one is indeed a buy. So indeed, here it is 14:29 UK time. So we know that the buy zone's here. Whoa. Wow. See what I mean by at half past? The candle is at least 3 times bigger because the volume's kicked in because New York Stock Exchange is open. There's a lot more volume coming into the market. And now we're into that buy zone proper. So we know to take the next buy. The buy alert did indeed happen, but the trend line is still red. And indeed, we've got more volume for the downside. The volume ribbon is still red. And the Parabolic SAR was above price. But then the Parabolic SAR all of a sudden flipped down. We got the green trend line. Everything's good to go. Green trend, green volume, and effectively a nice 2% within 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes, possibly 6 minutes if you missed it a little bit and got in up there. But when US 100 goes, a lot of the time, more often than not, when it goes, it really goes. So there we go. So that's what I mean by before 2:30 in the afternoon, volume is low because the stock exchange is not open. At 2:30 UK time, the stock exchange opens, so more volume comes into the market. And all these candles now, because the stock exchange is open in New York, they've got like 2, maybe 3 times bigger than the volume there was before, because they're all the boys in New York are playing on the stocks now. And we were waiting for price to get into the buy zone, which indeed it did. Look, and up we go. So there we go. So that's anyway. Let's get back to today. Sorry, mild just digress there. There we go. We are now on EUR USD. And indeed, look, it's price is hovering around that support and resistance line. Gone all choppy again, isn't it? I mean, this sell could very well work, I understand, but there's no reason we can't see any imbalances. In actual fact, there is, yeah, price might get down to there, but that's still nowhere near our 2% target. That indeed is imbalance on the 5 minute time frame. So price might want to get down to there. This imbalance here, is that covered off by that spike there on that candle there? Has that covered off that bit? I think I suggest it has. So that one's been sorted out. So apart from a little bit of imbalance there, I can't see any there's no reason why the price would want to come down to anywhere past there really. And with all the choppy nature we've been seeing on the 1 minute, I'm quite happy that it's got all rangy again. Look. So I'm quite happy just to watch things go at the moment. Got another question. Is there a good evening time for US 100? Yeah, between 6 and 8 UK time, Raj. Oh, sorry, Anna. Let's go back and also don't forget EUR USD as well, using the zones any time of the day, really, as long as you can recognize you're not in a ranging market and you're in a more trending market. So EUR USD, let's go on the let's take this. We're on the EUR USD again. So let's go on the 5 minute. Let's find 6 o'clock. Wow, look at that. Pure manipulation in a 5 minute candle there. From there all the way down to there. That's a big candle. Anyway, so let's get the time machine. Let's go on to 6 o'clock, which is there. So let's have a look and see what go gives. There's that one I did for you earlier on. Now we're at 5 to 6. Have a look. Right, price is in the buy zone. So we go down to the 1 minute. Put our indicators on. Right, so we're underneath the wave. We're looking for the next buy, don't forget. Because we're in the buy zone. We're not there yet. Still in buy zone territory. As you can see, I've already mapped it out earlier on, so you got a clue what's going to happen. But we're still in buy zone territory. We're having a deeper sell. Now things are starting to change around a bit. Oh, this is like 20 past 7 in the evening. Patience pays. So I'm going to put it onto 1 times speed. We get the buy alert there. So technically, if you were right on your metal, buy alert comes in, green wave, get in there. Your 2% is there. And just about there. It's tight. I know it is really tight because that is a 2,000 unit gap between stop loss and entry. Don't go any less than that because 2,000 units represents about 2 pips. So indeed, if you were right on your metal, that could have been a winner. Let's put it on times 3 again. Start getting bored of that. And indeed, yeah, deeper sell taking place. But if you'd have been right on and very, very quick and alert, you would have indeed just about got your 2%. So that's that. Right. So let's get off that. Let's get back onto today's. One message. Anna says, thank you. You're welcome, Anna. Let's go and have a look at, while we're on the subject, the EUR/USD at 6 o'clock. I don't know. I'm curious. Let's have a look. Because you can look at both of them, of course. Right, so here we are. Oh, right. There we go. I did this one earlier. This was at 5:30. So we'll go back at 17:25. Price is coming up to the sell zone. Down to the minute. It's rebounding off the support and resistance line I drew for myself. Just these are just points of interest. Price parallel SAR is below price, so we can't take a sell anyway. But if we, oh, there we go. Then it went into that sell zone. So we're looking for the next sell. And again, this was at 17:33. I checked, we had no red flag news. There was no indications that price was going to do that. But again, if you'd have been on your metal, that's even giving it a 6.9 pips stop loss to entry. So if you'd have got in there, within 1, 2, 3 minutes, you would have been out with your 2%. Very, very quick. Anyway, so that's that. But yeah, we've gone all rangy again along this support and resistance lines. But I do think the bigger picture is for more buying from what I've seen on the higher time frames. So yeah, this one was anticipating a smoother move to the downside. Didn't happen, as you know. I knew it was going to be a retracement trade, but knowing there was a sell zone there, that sort of saved us from doing that trade. And now we know we are looking at ranging markets. Not a good time to trade during ranging markets on any system whatsoever. So if my life allows it, not my wife, my life. I always look and listen to my wife as well, but if my life allows it, and I might come back at 2:30 and have a look at the US 100 and indeed the state of the EUR/USD going into the zones, looking to see if, especially on the EUR/USD, if we've become more of a trending market rather than a ranging market like this. This is not very, this is rubbish to sort of try and trade this. But if it looks like it's breaking out of ranges and trending more, then I would be interested in looking at the EUR/USD, looking at price to go into the buy and sell zones. But I'm more interested in the US 100 at that time of the day, really. But depending on the state of the market on the EUR/USD, it's not an impossibility for me to take a trade on that in the afternoon. But it's having the experience and the confidence to realize when you're in a sort of rangy market and a trending more of a trending market. Here, like I say, there was sort of signs that we could have been trending down, but it invariably cut off, and what goes down must come up, and it did that, and then we carried on the range of it. So they're basically the market is fooling us really into thinking that we might be trending down, where in fact, no, we'll go back and take your stop loss and many other people's stop losses as well, make a bit of money for ourselves, take our equity, and then just carry on the way we were anyway. Fooled out we were. Well, I was, sorry. And which reminds me, and any trade that I take is for educational purposes only. I don't ask you to trade with me, although it would be naive of me to think that that doesn't happen, and I know it happens. But like I said, this is only a 1% loss. The market has borrowed it, and we'll get it back in spades. If you're patient and remain patient and disciplined, that's the trick. I don't want you would go, oh no, and go out and shoot yourself or something like that. Because it's 1% at the end of the day. No big deal. Really isn't. Get your mindset together and your discipline together and go again when the odds stacked in your favor and you can see the market and have the confidence into recognizing a trending market rather than a ranging market, which is what we're seeing here. This is the most perfect example of a ranging market you'll ever get. It's terrible. Nobody can do anything with that. So wait for it to go trending. Right then, guys, with that being said, going to leave it there a bit early today. So thanks very much for being on. I do really appreciate you being on today. Hope you seen a little bit and learned a little bit, and have a great day. And indeed, there is no trading tomorrow, so have a great weekend. And next week is another month. I start my going for my target of 10% all over again. So thanks very much for your time, and we'll speak to you again soon. Cheers for now. Bye. Hello, Academy 55. It's David Khan here on Thursday, the 27th of February. Looking to take a trade on the US 100. It's 2:34 in the afternoon. I won't be taking any buys. I'm looking to take a sell perhaps because of being in the sell zone. And this is the sort of deal we're looking at. We'll have to wait and see if anything progresses. Well, as you can see, I'm in the sell now. We had a sell alert. Stop loss goes there. Being patient, we was in the sell zone. So let's play this one out, but hopefully for 2%. And there you go. That's my 2% done for that trade. Let's have a look on the trading view. And as you can see, another successful trade. So thank you very much and speak to you soon.